Buddy Mikey Boy back at it. Here we are with MLB RTTS, My Career Episode 2, going over the Marlins 2025 End of the Year recap. We are a postseason team as of right now. Let's look at the standings really quick. Okay, we have in the NL East, we are currently sitting second with a 92-69 record. Last 10, we're 8-2. Games back, we're not beyond the Phillies, but that doesn't mean anything because we have our wild card spot. And don't mind my 2-year-old son in the background. It's the only time I can record this. I do apologize. So here we are with the NL wild card, first seed. And with the last game of the season, we have that locked up. So we will be making the postseason this year. Who we're playing, we will see. I'd like to go over a recap of what our lineup currently looks like. Let's first hit the injured list real quick. We do have some pretty key injured guys here. Jonathan India is injured for estimate injury time 1 to 2 months, but he has 9 days left, so we should be getting him back for the postseason. Our biggest two that we have Jake Berger that just hit the IL with a torn ACL. He will be done for the year. Okay, with that. We then have Yuri Perez with a fractured wrist. Doesn't look like he'll be back for early on in the postseason. The chance you may get him back if we go all the way to the series, we'll have to see. But those are what the IL. That's what the IL looks like. All right, our current lineups going into the postseason will look like this. We have Chaz Chisholm Jr., Maricano, Bo Bichette, Pete Alonso, Matt Warner, Klaus Schwarber, Zach Veen, Tovar, who they just got in a trade. Very excited about this trade right here. We'll go over the trades in a second. Joe Mack. On the bench, we have Wyatt Langford, Max McDonwell, and Osiris Johnson, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Who are three, and then Randolfo Castro, Chris Bryant as a more depth players. And then Evasia Garcia. Maybe butchering some of these names, so I apologize. And then our rotation looks like as so. We have Sandy Alcantara as our number 1 starter. We have me as a number 2. Jesus Lizardo as number 3. AJ Puck as number 4. And then Braxton Garrett, who probably won't see any postseason time at all, honestly. Then we have our long relief, our full band with long relief. We have Trevor Rogers, Jackson Kowar. Middle relief, we have Scott Barlow, Yancy Almonte, Ryan Weathers. Setup, we have Clay Holmes, Maranciano, and then Emilio Pagan, who's closing for us, which is a kind of, I don't know. Why isn't Clay Holmes closing for us? Don't know, but whatever. We're winning, right? That's what the lineups look like. That's what our rotation looks like. That's what our injury reserve look like. Looking at the calendar, as you see, we close out our season with the New York Mets, who will be starting David Peterson with a 14-9 record, 178 innings pitched, 193 strikeouts with a 3.63 ERA. I will be finishing the season for the Marlins with a 7-5 record, 119 innings pitched, 132 strikeouts with a 3.32 ERA. Now, mind you, I got hurt for 2 months this season, which took me out of action. That's why I don't have as many innings pitched or a decent win-loss record that I would like. But nonetheless, still finishing strong here. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the 2025 season for the Miami Marlins, what we're looking at. I do plan on doing a recap of the postseason when it's done. Statistical-wise, I'll be doing that too. While we do that really quick for the season itself, our team's played right now. Our leader, we have Pete Alonso. Our leader, we have Pete Alonso with a 43 home runs. Kyle Schwarber follows me on at 34. And then we have Bo Bichette, who also dealt with a bad injury this year. That's why he doesn't have as many games played. With 27 home runs. Runs batted in leaders, we have Pete Alonso with a 122. Bichette, 82. You know, he got hurt for an extended period this season, and yet he still put up amazing numbers. Kyle Schwarber with 80. Stolen bases, Jonathan India, 13. Wyatt Langford, 11. Bichette, 11. Batting average, Bichette killing it. India, 311. Zach Veen, 299. Yeah, that's pretty much where our hits are at. Jonathan India, that's what I'm saying. Him being injured kind of stinks. Going to hurt us a bit. Pete Alonso, 156. Kyle Schwarber, 153. Jake Berger, another injured guy who is gone for the year at this point, 131. And Bichette, 124. Seasonal with our pitcher, we have 16 wins with Sandy Alcantara. We have 13 wins with Braxton Garrett. Very impressive. I mean, didn't really expect this from him, but he's sitting at a 13-4 record. Can't complain. Jesus Luzardo with 11, Jackson Kowar 11. He was a starter for a little bit when I was injured, and so I can't remember who else was injured at the time. AJ Puck with 9. Innings pitched, 213 innings pitched. Workhorse right here, Sandy Alcantara. AJ Puck, 176. Braxton Garrett, 173. Yuri Perez, 158. Jesus Luzardo, 148. Jackson Kowar, 127. And Mike Francomano, 119. Strikeouts. Sandy Alcantara leading the way in almost every category we have right now. Rightfully so, though. He's been our workhorse. Quality starts as well. Complete games. Shutouts. Yeah, he's been a beast. So that's what our stats look like. That's what our record looks like. Let's go over our prospects really quick. So our by organization coming up right now, we have Amos Barty, who's a right fielder, age 18, plays in the AA level, bats right, throws right. His MOB ETA is 2026. Looking over his stats right here, his potential in his Bs is 65 overall. Left field, center field, secondary positions. He's a pull hitter. Looks promising, very promising. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Then we have Amar Gonzalez, who's a catcher, AAA, bats left, throws right. 2027 ETA, potential B, 63 overall. No secondary positions. No stats. He's a night player, performs better when playing at night. Another player that looks promising. Bates, I've been eyeing this guy for a while, although his ETA got pushed back, it seems. Chester Bates with a closing pitcher, age 20, plays at AAA level, bats right, throws right, 2027 ETA. Potential B, 67 overall. No games played in the AAA this year. Then we have Lawrence Nakamura, who's 21 years old, plays at AAA level, bats right, throws right, 2027 ETA. We have a potential B, 69 overall. Secondary positions are left field, center field, right field. So he does play. He plays all over the field, which is nice. And no 2026 stats. And yeah, we have who's this guy here? Is this Adriania Portillo, starting pitcher, 19, plays AA. Bats left, throws right. 2030 ETA. What just happened? Potential C, 61 overall. I guess. We'll have to keep an eye on him. That's pretty much where our top prospects look, 1 through 5. I'm not going to go down the whole list. As you see, I just scroll down. Okay, we have a bunch of high age guys up here. I'm not really looking at too much, but another top 10 prospects, 1 through 10 are here. Pete Gaines for the Mets, starting pitcher. Kevin Starks, closing pitcher for the Dodgers. Drew Jones, center field for the Diamondbacks. Dennis Rowe, left field for the Royals. Edgar Barreto, starting pitcher for the Nationals. Rodrigo Navarre, second base for the Guardians. Phil Guzman, starting pitcher for the Reds. Shu Haas, closing pitcher for the Twins. Darren St. Louis, right field for the Yankees. And Noble Meyer, starting pitcher for the Twins. So that's 1 through 10. So we'll keep an eye on those as we end the season and get through the postseason and see where they end up as our 2026 season pops up shortly. But yeah, that's where we stand with our end of the year 2026 Miami Marlins RTTS. This is episode 2. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for episode 3. We're going to go over. We're going to recap the whole postseason, the highs, the lows, who won, go over some stats, what we look forward to in the 2026 season. I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy your week. Thanks, everybody. Mikey Boy out.